key's not working.
So since the off season last year, about when the season ended, for a little bit of motivation, I set the background of my phone as Casey Daly, the current sack leader in Northwestern history. And so I've looked at that every day, a lot of times a day, and just to remind myself about, this is a personal goal that I have to be Northwestern's career sack leader. 1.5 away as it stands right now, kind of, hoping that these next couple games can be in my favor in chasing that record. We know we can do math. We're aware of the situation. We don't have a lot of games left. And in order to make a bowl game, take this team to the postseason, we got to win out. So we know it starts with the first one, and that's tonight. We're excited, just to go out and have this opportunity against a quality opponent.
Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3, dominate!
They've been rolling, we haven't. We're aware of that, and we got to flip the switch. And it starts with us and nobody else. It's the guys in the field, the 74 on this trip, when we're ready to just take advantage of this opportunity.
But in all seriousness, we're so honored to represent you. We play for you. We love each and every one of you, and we hope we make you proud. Last week, the best young men in the country got recognized for the highest graduation success rate in the history of college football at 100%. So how about a big round of applause for our guys? Go Cats! All right, let's have some fun. See you tomorrow morning.
The road of Big Ten play has been rough for the Northwestern Wildcats, and today is all about recovery.
Don't talk.
Not very good at 2K.
What? How?
I would say that it does show how much guys want to be here and want to stay here. And even though some guys have a chance to go early, they understand how important a Northwestern degree is. Not for the next 5 years, but for the next 40. So I guess that's the big takeaway from why we've been able to be so successful in graduation rate. And that's probably why we'll continue to be that successful.
Long snapper Tyler Gillikin hasn't got his Northwestern diploma just yet, but he has his brother, a punter at Penn State, to thank for his chance to become a Wildcat specialist.
The only way I got recruited for long snapping was off of my brother's film. I didn't go to any camps. I really did not think long snapping was going to take me anywhere. That's how I got looks. I feel like all specialists have a little bit of a different road to where they're at. And it's not similar to a lot of other position players. But yeah, I think mine is one of the most unique roads for any player.
Y'all are putting a damper on my day.
You want to be a TV star?
I'm not going to be in this part. I've been dropping a lot of F-bombs on purpose. So that I can send it out.
See if we can get some, short snaps in there this week.
Gillikin's plan for the coming year is to attend the prestigious Feinberg School of Medicine at Northwestern. The rare opportunity to play Big Ten football while pursuing a medical degree was a suggestion that came from none other than his head coach.
He came up and said, wouldn't it be great if, you played football and did med school at the same time? And before that, I really never thought about that. He was really the first person to offer that up and say, you should look into this. I'm in a special situation where I play a position that does not require as much preparation as, let's say, a quarterback or a starting linebacker. Patty Fisher watches a lot more film than I do. But, that's why it looks like it is going to work. And that's why I believe that, I have a chance at pulling this thing off.
Some familiar faces were spotted at Ryan Field on this homecoming Saturday, with Clayton Thorson and Afadi Adenabo back in Evanston to show their support.
I mean, this is Big Ten football. You have Lake Michigan out here, you have the wind blowing, it's a little bit cold. This is exactly the way this conference was meant to play.
Senior Joe Gaziano didn't waste any time getting into the Hawkeye backfield and into the stat sheet.
Gaziano is kind of that intrinsic pressure guy. Northwestern doesn't build a lot of pressure. They try to get to it organically.
Stanley under pressure, hit and sacked by Joe Gaziano. 5.5 sacks, and he is within 1.5 of Ty Casey Daly for Northwestern's career lead in that department. So Keith Duncan comes on to try a field goal.
What a stand for Northwestern's defense after the turnover.
Aiden Smith is actually the third signal caller this year, and it's important that he gets settled in early in this one against a really stout Iowa defense.
Junior Aiden Smith had the Wildcats on the attack, fighting for every yard to set up an early chance at swinging momentum.
Fourth down and a long 2, that's a gain of 9. And the third down back gets the call, he's brought down at the line. Iowa takes over with outstanding field position.
The Hawkeyes responded by taking their swing and connecting.
Pass is caught, that'll move the sticks. Tyrone Tracy, there it goes. Tracy towards the end zone for the Iowa touchdown.
Stanley's pass is complete.
The rest of the half played out in typical Big Ten fashion, fast and physical.
Offensive football and big plays in particular are going to be hard to come by in this game today.
Of course, injuries have been inflicting this team throughout much of this season, so certainly going to have to pick things up and get things moving.
Throughout the game, neither defense was willing to break.
Remember, this is 3 wins in a row by Northwestern by a total of 18 points. One-score games is commonplace in this matchup recently.
Close games between these two rivals. Wildcats content to head to the locker room trailing 10-0 as the offense continues to be a work in progress.
How do they get points on the board? Where do they get the plays from? And that's what we're seeing in this Big Ten matchup today. Both defenses rarely give up explosive plays. Big Ten football, old school. 13 drives, 11 first downs. I think we're going to see more of that in the second half.
Hawkeyes win it in shutout fashion. Our final score 20-0 over Northwestern.
You guys flew around, battled your ass off. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough. Okay, it wasn't good enough. But I'm proud of the way you guys fought, and I'm proud of the way you guys played. Okay. All right, take care of each other tonight. We'll get back to work tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys.
If there's like one thing you could just like turn on with a switch to kind of make this thing go, what would it be?
I mean, just all the things Coach Fitz said. So, I mean, on the offensive side, it's just pitching and catching the ball, taking what the defense gives you, don't try and overcomplicate things. And then once we have a little bit of momentum going, don't screw it up.
Texted with Clayton last night a little bit. Just saying defense playing well, like keep doing your thing. Schedule eases up a little bit, so it'd be a good opportunity to make some plays and stuff like that.
Some say the most important thing in life is family.
Appreciate that.
Others say it's breakfast.
Fumble. Recovered by the defense.
For the Gazianos, why not both?
Hey, Nick. This is a popular spot on Sunday morning for players. So, yeah, you'll see probably 5 or 6 guys come through by the time we're finished eating.
So have you pretty much had everything on the menu here?
No, I just stick to one thing.
Oh, really?
I get the 18-wheeler. Call it a day.
That's it.
Comes with everything. Everything I need, everything I want.
Right?
Nope. I just open it up to make sure it's still there.
Joe Gaziano and his family meet every Sunday morning during the season. For the Massachusetts native, it's the first meal on his way to nearly 6,000 calories for the day.
I have a biscuit already. Here.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's got to be at least one more plate.
Life's too short to be small. Sundays are only real off day, so gotta enjoy it.
But it's not a totally off day.
No. Never is in season.
Yep.
Always working. Last Sunday that I watched NFL football, my TV, because I had it on the Red Zone channel, and that TV came on and was had an alert. It's power save mode about to activate in 30 seconds, zero activity in 4 hours. Ooh.
An off day is never really off, especially with favors for former teammates.
Did I tell you I'm puppy sitting for Ben Oxley?
Oh, you are?
Yeah, 1 day a week. She's an English lab, so it's basically a black lab, but it has some different traits that I don't really know. Yeah, exactly. It's a lab that drinks a lot of tea.
Now past the midpoint of the season, nutrition is as important as ever.
The recovery piece is so important. It's not enough just to train and move on with your day, but you're recovering for the other, 20 plus hours in the day. And what are we doing, every couple hours in order to foster that recovery?
Do the clock, too.
Several Wildcats have gathered for a chance to get behind the grill and learn from the Ryan Field staff that Forbes recently dubbed the foodiest stadium in the nation.
Something called a reverse sear. And what happens is you would start it on really low, and at the end crank the heat up to get it caramelized on the outside.
The class, designed around the proper way to cook, also has its share of unexpected life advice.
And it's a good way to, as a young man, to impress a young lady. You serve her some grilled pineapple or grilled peaches, she's going to be really impressed. Wow.
He told us these flipped. Mine needed to be flipped. What you mean? I got the perfect steak right there. I got the perfect one right there.
We need the calories. This would be a good thing to eat, right?
Oh, hell! Oh, we got tongs. We got tongs.
Every Wildcat meets with the nutrition staff, tailoring specific plans for each player's needs throughout the year. But nights like this are an option to all Northwestern student athletes.
When are you trying to, medium or what?
We invited a lot of the football team out to kind of hone in on some of the really important cooking skills that they need in order to help translate some of this intentional fueling to home when they're cooking their meals on their own. So we teach them foundational skills like how to hold a knife correctly.
You got a pinch. Control is in the pinch.
I can't get force. I got very weak wrists.
Well, they're going to get stronger.
No, they're not.
And they worked with some of our top chefs to kind of learn some next level skills.
Well, no,
But I never cut asparagus before. Though.
Okay, so do you know how to hold a knife?
Okay.
Because the thing is, this is edible. It's just really fibrous and chewy.
Oh, really?
So it's like...
We try to expose them to new foods that they might not pick out themselves.
Hey, too. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yay!
Hey, well, you tried it for the both. I tried it for the both. Appreciate it.
Right here. Oh, yeah. Amazing. These perfect. Don't get no better. You see how it is on? Come on, man. You get the chicken. Look at that. Come on, I got the best plate you cutest scene in a minute. Chef Boyardee. That's what it's called. I'm Chef Boyardee. Come on. Do you see this? Come on. Oh, no, I'm not done with my plate. Boyardee.
Back in Indiana for the first time since 2011, the Wildcats hope to turn the season around with 5 games remaining.
Well, we got a great senior class, number one. Not a lot of those guys are playing, unfortunately. And then, we still have that outside shot at getting an extra month together. And, obviously we've put our own backs against the wall.
Robert, Indiana's won 3 straight. They've got the top passing offense in all of the Big Ten, and they've been doing it without their starting quarterback for the past couple of weeks.
With a roster that's seen its own starters missing action throughout the year, Northwestern started Aiden Smith at quarterback for the 3rd straight game, hoping to take some steps forward on the offensive side of the ball. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, the early steps forward were followed by 2 steps back.
He's got a first down and a whole lot more. And fumbles the football as it's ripped out. And they say Indiana has it. Northwestern defense coordinator Mike Hankwitz told us he's been the most consistent playmaker in their secondary. Good tackle by Travis Willock.
On first down, goal to go. And it will be Scott straight ahead for the touchdown.
Kyron McGowan takes the direct snap. McGowan keeps it right side, first down.
That's what this offense needs. They've got to get into some sort of rhythm. It's got to translate into results, though.
Smith looking to pass, throws, incomplete. Here's Charlie Kubander. 7 for 9. Drills it. Northwestern on the board.
Peyton Ramsey and a quarterback now, pocket collapsing, and down he goes. First sack of the night for the Wildcats. It's Jake Saunders taking down Peyton Ramsey.
DeWalt Fillier. And upended. Good tackle by Blake Gallagher. Led the Big Ten in tackles last season.
The defense was slowing down the potent air attack of Indiana, but eventually the Hoosiers found their stride. The Wildcats just a split second behind.
Second and goal. Penix rolls. Got it into the end zone and scores.
As the half neared to a close, Hunter Johnson was back on the field for the first time since the game at Wisconsin.
It's quite a story for him and what he's been going through. He had been playing because his mother, Shayna, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She'd been recovering from chemo and a mastectomy. Less than 2 weeks ago she had, and still recovering. And that's a first down for Northwestern. Johnson almost lost it. Regains it and sacked.
Johnson's time under center was once again cut short, along with others from an already banged-up Wildcat defense. Veterans were still making plays. Younger Wildcats stepped up.
Got to get some guys, get some stops in the backfield if you can.
And here's Ramsey to throw it. Ramsey loading up, and he's sacked. Sacked on the play. Adebore.
In the end, Northwestern remained out of sync, and the Hoosiers never had to look back after gaining the first quarter lead.
Snap to Peyton Ramsey. Back pedal, swings it out, caught at the 20 to the 15, and Scott will waltz into the end zone for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown pass.
The familiar narrative of 2019 prevented any chances at the end zone for the 2nd straight week, and Northwestern was denied its chance to flip the script for the season.
Take care of the ball, and we got to take it away. If we can fix that, I promise you we'll be in a locker room singing a fight song. I promise you. Because that's been our tried, true, and tested recipe for success. We have dominated the turnover battle, and we've given that away. We've given it away. And so if we want to finish the right way, we'll take it back. And we've got a great group of seniors that we need to send out of here the right way. And that's what our goal will be, and we'll discuss when we get back home. So lift those guys up, give them the credit where credit's due. We'll be back. We'll be back. I promise you that.
All the way back to January, this brotherhood has been something so special, and just got to get the sour taste out of our mouth. We get to play a sport that we love every day, so just trying to be present with it all and take advantage of that opportunity, and just making sure we're doing it for those guys that have paved the way for us for the last 4 years or so.